So back up to the start, over 2,000 metres away. This is a heat of University 8s, the Temple Challenge Cup. Yale University from the United States of America. They are on the right of your screen. We call that the Buckinghamshire station. They are the lightweight crew from Yale. And on the left of your screen, the Berkshire station, the men from Nottingham, Trent University.
So Nottingham just going over the boys there.
Nottingham steering as well, so the steering has been really tricky. What is it with these crews? They're going very close to the booms, aren't they, Tom?
Well, maybe it's certainly windy out on the course at the moment, and you know, playing up around the start, you've got the island where you've got a little bit of cover where the crews are now, but the wind can change direction and swell a little bit around this, so it makes it a little bit tricky. And that's certainly one of the the aspects about Henley that makes it a little bit interesting off the start. You can certainly see some of the crews having to react, and what makes it a little bit more difficult for the Coxes. But even so, that was quite far out over to the boys. I think the Cox will want to probably correct that, certainly for future.
Nottingham Trent yesterday did 2:01 to the barrier. Yale did 1:59. They were the faster crew, and probably that's more than 2 seconds that the Bulldogs from Yale. American universities have this name for each of their athletic departments. Oh no, what has happened there? What has happened there, Tom?
So obviously something wrong with perhaps wrong with the steering, but they've obviously got into the boys and clipped it, and that obviously for the crew is race over.
Rachel Matthewson, the Cox there, she will be absolutely destroyed. Do you think one side was pulling the other side round?
Possibly.
Or someone in the two, do you think they're injured, or?
Early on in the race, they did go over the boys, perhaps maybe something caught early. It's difficult to know at this stage, unless it was just coxing error that unfortunately meant they went into the booms there. We won't know until after the race whether there was a problem with the equipment.
What are they going to do now? I mean, they're so far behind. Like, what is the point of them rowing almost?
Well, you've come to Henley, you have to keep your heads high and put in a good race, and that's what you have to do when you come to an event like this. Still put a good race together, show to each other what a good crew you've been. This is not, whilst it's not the way you want your story to finish, you go out and still put a good performance, and that's all they can do at this stage.
Do you think Rachel
Yale,
Matthewson had sort of been told go close to the booms because maybe there's a bit of advantage to the station there, and she just miscalculated, or there was something in the crew, the wind? I mean, if you're going to sort of steer that close, you've got maybe to take the risk, I guess.
I don't think you would try as a tactic to go next to the booms per se. I don't think you get any advantage from that, certainly from stream or from wind conditions. I think it's just unfortunate you probably got too close, and maybe the thing with the 8s is that you steer from the back of the boat, and as soon as you make that correction, then the back of the boat will swing out. And we didn't see it, unfortunately, but maybe if she made that correction, someone near the stroke end of the boat, perhaps one of their blades caught early on, just making that correction.
So Yale University lightweights, they won the Eastern Sprints. That's the sort of Ivy League championships. They got beaten by Columbia University in the IRAs. That's the sort of American National University Championships. But they are fast crew. They finished second in that. And Nottingham, well, they have got 4 lightweights in that will represent Britain in the European University Student Games. Coming up, I think, next month in July. So there's a couple of heavyweights in that crew, but really nothing could help them from that terrible incident that happened where they hit the booms. Terrible in the case. It's hardly the dream that they would have foreseen for this race, how it would have turned out.
I think Yale were a good outfit and looking like they had a little bit of the advantage at that time. So they were always going to have a tough race, but I think, hit the boys, and your Henley experience is probably not going to be one you'll want to remember.
So, in the Temple Challenge Cup, the Bulldogs of Yale University, the lightweights head Nottingham Trent University comfortably after that incident where they hit the booms.